everyone, it's Sharana from Pay Your Weight, and today I'm going to be reviewing On the Rocks, which is now playing in theaters and will hit the Apple TV Plus streaming site on October 23rd. This is one of the films that I had to see at the virtual New York Film Festival, and this film is written and directed by Sofia Coppola. It stars Bill Murray, Rashida Jones, and Marlon Wayans, as this film centers around a young mother that reconnects with her larger-than-life playboy father as they go on an adventure through New York. So for those of you who are new to my channel, hello, welcome. So glad you came. I hope you stay. I tell you what I enjoyed about the film, what I didn't like about the film, and should you pay to see this, or even should you spend your time watching this when it hits streaming on October 23rd? So going into what I loved about this film, I love this team up with Sofia and Bill Murray. If you haven't watched Lost in Translation, I would definitely recommend that film for you. But I was really excited to see Bill Murray, Rashida Jones, and Marlon Wayans in this film. I thought it was a very interesting cast to put together, and I thought that the quirkiness between Bill Murray and Rashida, kind of the characters that they typically play, I thought that they would have very great chemistry, and they definitely did as this father and daughter pair throughout the film. I think that they worked well off of each other. They had funny moments with one another, and it truly made you feel like, oh, like, look at this great father and daughter relationship. Like, I feel like this is a little unhealthy at times, but I'm still here for it. I care about the relationship that his character has with his daughter. Now, what I will say is Bill Murray definitely steals the show in this film. Even though this film centers around Rashida's character, Laura, who thinks that her husband is cheating on her. And I have to say, for the portions when her and her dad team up, because he was just like, no, he's probably cheating, okay? Because I know I ain't ish, so he's probably not ish either. And so as they kind of go on the adventure parts of really trying to track down her husband and figure out, is he or isn't he, I love kind of that back and forth that the movie takes you on, because at times, like, you feel like, you know what, I think I'm gonna side with the daddy on this, and then I'm like, I don't know, I feel like he's being faithful. I hope he's being faithful. I like that kind of tug of war, teetering the line on how you feel the movie's going to end once we realize who was right and who was wrong. I think they do a great job of that. But Bill Murray just really is just so charismatic. This character that he plays is almost like he's just playing another version of himself. I don't know if he's a playboy in real life, but I just think that he's just so fun to watch on screen. The interactions that he has with different characters as he's like kind of just forcing his daughter to go on this long, like, private investigation into her husband's life. I just thought that it was fun to watch. But even though that I have things that I truly do appreciate about this film, and at its core, it's not a film necessarily about this wife trying to figure out if her husband is cheating. It's really about the father-daughter relationship, right? How, you know, this father would do anything for his daughter, but, you know, they also have issues that they still need to work out. Now, going into the issues that I do have with it is that it doesn't really balance out well as a dramedy. I think it almost feels as though that there's two films in one. You have this film of her and her dad going on this crazy adventure trying to figure out, you know, is her husband cheating or not, but also too, then it also feels like it should be a film that explores Rashida's character and really kind of the rut that she has found herself in, and also too with the situation of her relationship with her husband, that there had to be a breakdown in the relationship to even get her to the point where she can believe this crazy conspiracy by her father that her husband is cheating on her. And for me, I felt as though that the film could have did a better job of focusing, honing into her character, fleshing out her character a little bit more to really help the audience understand how she came to this point. Because it's not just about the actions of, this seems weird of what my husband is doing, but there has to be a bigger issue that even allowed you to think that infidelity could actually come into the picture. And so also too, Marlon Wayans' character is very underutilized. As we kind of get into what should have been like this aha moment or this kind of conversation between their characters, in the third act of the film, as it wraps up very abruptly. I was just like, so this is all we're gonna spend? We just spent the whole movie of her literally going around New York with her dad, trying to figure out is her man cheating on her, and that's all the resolution we're going to get between them. I just felt as though that they could have utilized his character a lot more, because he's a great actor as well. And I really thought that in this film we were going to see more shades of, you know, what Marlon Wayans brings to the screen, but we really didn't get to see that in this film. And because of that, I felt very conflicted towards the end of On the Rocks. I had a good time watching it. Like I said, Bill Murray steals the show. I really enjoyed watching him on screen. I love watching this beautiful New York backdrop that they have as they kind of go from place to place as this father and daughter duo. But I just don't know. I felt very let down towards the end of the film, almost to the point where I felt conflicted in the messaging of what the film was actually supposed to portray to the audience. And so for me, I would tell you guys, I think it's fine if you want to go see On the Rocks. I don't think that you would be like, oh my God, this is a horrible movie. But I don't necessarily feel like I will ever watch this film again, if that makes any sense. I know this seems very vague because, as I said, I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the story overall. But for me, it still felt like something was just missing to really take me over the edge and just want to scream from the rooftops that everyone should watch this film. But those are pretty much my thoughts on The Rocks. As always, my name is Sharona from Payroll Waits. If you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. And until I see you again, bye.